Citizens of the internet, welcome to another breaking news. German government contracted, implemented by IBM, Ubrich and Brechtle also, digital vaccination certificate based on latest and greatest blockchain bullshit. Let's quickly talk. Let's grab some coffee and take a closer look. So, breaking news here in our first public news thing. IBM and others get the contract to develop German digital vaccination passport thing. All right. And of course I translate this for you here live on this channel anyway. And I have multiple issues with it. So as always, leave me in the comments below or in the chat right now if you have some further remarks. The issue I have with that is that what even is this supposed to solve, right? Not even taking a closer look into the technical details, which of course we will also do, but we don't even have much vaccine, right? I think most Germans are rather frustrated by our politicians and the European Union, how they negotiated the contracts and how slowly, unfortunately, the vaccine is flowing in here. And it's like, yeah, a passport for stuff we can't get much. And also, additionally, also with the current estimate, I think with the current speed, it will be like the end of not this year, but next year. But our chancellor says, yeah, until the end of September. It's like, yeah, thank you very much, end of September. At end of summer, which is end of September, it's like, yeah, so maybe with my age and risk group, if I'm lucky, get vaccinated in the end of September. Amazing, another totally amazing year. Thank you for that. So with that being said, I think not even starting into the technical issues and details, I would say this millions, 15, 30 million or so of our, like mine and yours and my neighbors' tax euros here, I would rather have seen spent on vaccine and medical stuff and not like some technical bullshit. So even if we would get vaccinated sometime soon, how should this even help, right? Actually, I forgot to Google one thing. Also, it is probably here on some image. At least I saw it here, somewhere here. So everyone, even I, from the 80s, since my birth and my son's birth last year, we have this vaccination passport, right? So, I mean, that is already there, right? Why do we need to now spend money on some technical bullshit solution when most educated people on this world already have some yellow World Health Organization issued recommended passport thing where all the other vaccines in there? I mean, why a blockchain solution for a problem that doesn't exist? Because even if I would get vaccinated like tomorrow, I have a sticker in this thing and can show it at the airport. So what should that even help, right? It's not like, sure, you can fake some plastic sticker and you can also fake some blockchain, more to that in a second. But yeah, I don't get it, right? Instead of pouring the money where it's needed in the medical system or all the hard workers that work there 24/7, we give it to IBM and to German companies, Brechtle and Ubrich or so, Ubrich, whatever, for some digital bullshit. So yeah, let's take a closer look. So they get also, fun fact, maybe wrong profession after all, not opening a beach coffee next, but maybe I should actually do bullshit money wrecking business for the public sector, like selling them one bullshit project every year, like some other companies apparently do. So, so they constructed in some emergency thing, probably without proper European-wide tender thing there, just some gentleman's agreement due to emergency. This application, because you obviously need a bloody app for that, although it doesn't help much. And one also, before we dive further, right? The yellow passport, you can show some people, yes, yellow vaccination passport, you can show some people at the airport. I mean, besides this is also, there's even a discussion, should we even be allowed to travel more if you're vaccinated or not? I mean, I would already like to be vaccinated last year, but it might not even happen this year. It's like, yeah, also a passport for what you can't get. And then how should it help at the airport? Then the bloody app doesn't work, data roaming and whatnot, batteries empty. It's like, yeah, solution for a problem that doesn't exist and only causing new digital problems of battery empty, data roaming, EU roaming, worldwide roaming. And then people also already the idea of developing just a German, potentially maybe European, but not like some World Health Organization worldwide standard thing, but each country should now for 15 plus 30 something millions develop their own local app. It's like, you can't make this up. It's hilarious. And of course, money-raking stuff as per usual. IBM and companies wouldn't do this if they wouldn't get rich with it. Certificate, for each certificate processed or created, they, according to some Business Insider, they estimate for 80% of the citizens here, they would get 32.5 million a year for this. Like, yeah, thank you very much. Previously it was some paper and some sticker and yeah. Plus, of course, we vaccinated already since the end of December, like many other countries. So creating this stuff now with soon 6 until this is ready in 3 months, maybe, probably, hopefully 10, maybe 20 million vaccinated. So yeah, the app then maybe when you need to retrospectively at all those. Anyway, allegedly this should be general data protection conform with some mighty QR code and allow third parties to verify the status. I certainly understand that you can fake paper, but you can also fake this app stuff, right? If you travel there, especially if this is not some World Health Organization stuff where all the 150 plus countries agreed upon, you can also have just some garbage screenshot or app there, right? And show them some bullshit. If Germany, France, UK, US, Brazil and Africa and South Africa and Thailand and Australia and everyone and Taiwan have their own applications. Like, yeah, how should some person on the airport verify that this is some real app and not some self-made screenshot or fake application stuff of showing some random garbage? Because yeah, people always believe like digital stuff solves everything, but if you look closer, often, unfortunately, especially if it's not well thought through, it creates more problems than it solves. Of course, the World Health Organization is skeptical for also what I mentioned, whether, first of all, vaccination probably does not 100%ly avoid the spread of this virus. People might get it 70% less or 90% less or whatever the numbers might be, so it's not 100% protection anyway. And as I said, it's also, if there are special rights for those, which I hope will not happen, highly unfair for not as aged people as myself and friends and stuff, which don't even have an option, right? And you can't even opt in. Anyway, so let's take a closer look at these amazing solutions. So this is here, apparently, if I understood this news correctly, as usual, it's like, yeah, some shady details there somewhere, but if you Google around, you find this Ubich stuff here, Digital Vaccination Certificate, vaccine status of like, yeah. So also, yeah, this is how this looks. I mean, this is totally more legit than some good old-fashioned paper thing with some sticker and signature and stamp thing, right? It's like, yeah, thank you very much. What a progress. And so if you take a closer look, people also here, or also maybe we should close it. Ubich blockchain solution. Last time they checked here on signatures, not decentral, verifiable. So this allegedly, according to people familiar to this matter here on Twitter, apparently this Ubich thing saves a hash in the database and publishes this hash to blockchain. So they say Nachvollziehbarkeit, like third-party reproducible or inside tendential 0. And also, yeah, how did we get there? Apparently other people found here, it's like, yeah, previously they were looking for concept for blockchains, like, yeah, not like, hey, here's a solution, like previously, we are looking to apply blockchain randomly. We don't have a freaking idea and clue whatsoever, but hey, has someone an idea? We give you 15,000 euro. It's like, maybe I should actually sit here as a willy and apply for bullshit stuff. So yeah, apparently, if I found there some notes correctly, maybe they previously were awarded 15,000 euro for this amazing idea. And so let's take a closer look here, friends. From Golem, where I previously also wrote articles some decade ago, took a closer look just recently, and they were also amazing solutions like blockchain and QR code, totally hyper secure QR code, obviously. So they took a look, and like the usual thing of like IT people like Hanno Böck or regular IT websites like Golems, like, yeah, like take a quick look and it's like, oh, by the way, we could manipulate this. It's like, obviously, yeah, amazing blockchain. So this filtering of HTML text, I mean, also, yeah, 2021 blockchain and certificates and vaccine pass and hashes and stuff. It's like, hey, let's manipulate some HTML text and stuff. And they could generate a QR code for Felix Mustermann, change this by adding a white space, and lesson of opening tab happy hacker here, and apparently, and the report also, yeah, amazing solutions, right, for a couple of millions. It's like, yeah, by the way, if you have there some open quotes and stuff, then it's verifies. Also, they reported this, they changed this, but according to this news and people familiar to those matters, this is also based on IOTA, open source ledger, which also didn't have the best press, and this is some blockchain, open source blockchain ledger technology, and this also, as they rightfully pointed out there, and I saw the last years, already MIT 2017, a research team published weaknesses in the hashing function, and also super unprofessional, the development team of this IOTA blockchain stuff. Instead of like, hey, thanks mates for this research time, we of course improved it or whatever, they responded how you don't respond to this, and threaten them with heuristical measures there against those. And so here's also publication collisions, trivial collisions in IOTA's hash function curl, like collisions of collisions. And it's like, yeah, also each recurring theme is a breaking news here, right? Each security breaking news obviously needs a website and graphic and logo and stuff. Historical context of the IOTA's hash function. Once upon a time, researchers discovered that the hash function used within IOTA's cryptocurrency CoP was vulnerable to practical collisions. Also, yeah, this digital ledger blockchain stuff starts already amazing with, like, yeah, they cook their own. Also, yeah, let's the recurring theme, right? There are 14 hash functions. Let's create our own, because it obviously will be more shitty, right? Recurring theme here. IOTA claims CoP was a backdoor, whatever. Threatening to sue the researcher, found the IOTA hash functions, like, yeah, amazing stuff. Do you know embarrassing treated anything as a threat? Yeah, so this is the usual Twitter stuff today. Curl isn't Kazakh 384. It's that with an odd twist. They encode the input bytes in ternary before hashing. Apparently, their wired obsession with ternary encoding is part of IOTA's stick. Anyway, practical collisions, why it matters. So the track record is already not the most amazing from this. Takeaways, they write here in 2020. not too long ago. IOTA is a cryptocurrency project that threatens security researchers, intentionally backdoored their cryptographic hash function in the original design for copy protection, and admitted to it, and designed a replacement cryptographic hash function call that's vulnerable to trivial collision attacks, but underlying hash function is not. I don't need to connect the two lines. This one. Anyway, so yeah, this is probably the summary of this quick rundown. For me, this is really disgusting how governments handle IT projects these days. It will probably be as successful as most. Probably should be careful not to show this as a website, not that they threaten to sue us as well. For me, there is little to zero benefit in this app. I don't see any, especially if there are 150 plus per country solutions. People at airports and border crossings will have it hard to check whether this is some fake website, some fake app, some hacked database, some hash collision, as if some person at the airport will check for hash collisions. But yeah, totally worthless stuff. And last but not least, with this time of 3 months to market, you would also hope eventually, well, some countries, of course, a little bit faster than we here in the EU, with somehow allowing exports of vaccine when other countries don't, and not having here much left to vaccinate ourselves. But you would also hope that in 3+ months things become significantly better. And if you believe the promises of our government here in Germany, that every adult should have had an offer for vaccination until the end of summer, which, spoiler alert, asterisk is end of September, then by that time, for what do we even do that expensive stuff, except expensive stuff? I have the impression with a lot of projects, this is in part to wire money back to some industries. The usual thing in Germany, unfortunately, a lot of Microsoft stuff, or here in this case IBM, Brechtle and Uberg. Zero added value in my opinion. And if there should be something to be developed, then I would much rather see some international standard for that, and not some 150 island and banana republic solutions. Make this some World Health Organization standard, and have security experts think about the technology for longer than 3 months. And that's all I have to say with that. I hope I didn't forget any details in these remarks. I hope you learned something. Some people tuned in. Greetings from India, that's amazing. Greetings back. Happy to hear that you want to watch more of them. Momo writes, crap put, if the crap they put out really works, it would have worked months ago. It's all engineering money scam. So yeah, basically agreeing to my stuff, especially to this reporting here at Golan that you probably want to read in detail. A fine professional IT website, not paid advertisement, just shouting out where we get our summary from here. And so yeah, it's like our breaking news, security vulnerabilities and failing IT stuff each week. The saddest part of that, probably as a summary, is we have money for digital blockchain nonsense, but not for raising the salary of healthcare workers. They are 24/7 in the ICUs and stuff. Really sad. They should really get more than an applause. And also, yeah, anyway, leave in the comments below. I hope you learned something, and see you next time.